Hi everybody, welcome to Angela Cakes in Scotland. My name's Angela Henderson. I'm going to be proper upfront with you here. I have never ever done a Facebook Live before, and to do it in front of this audience is absolutely mental. So what I decided was Alan and I are just going to have a bit of a party tonight. Rather than me getting all stressed and everything, just going to have a party with my pals. So I'll just click this for a wee second because I've got a wee notification I don't want. So doing having a party always involves cake. So tonight I'm going to actually do some cakes for a cake table, rather than doing them that they're fondant iced cakes or so on. I'm going to concentrate on buttercream cakes. I normally do lots and lots of cupcake bouquets. I do have one that I made earlier. If I can move it over and let you see it. There we are. So I'm not doing a bouquet tonight. I'm actually going to do the flowers in the bouquet, but I'm going to put them onto different cakes just for a wee change. So I'm going to move this out the road because you know what, I'll send it flying. So I'll chuck it over here for a wee second. You'll still be able to see it hopefully on my very tidy new dresser, or my old dresser that's now tidy. What I'm going to do with the cupcake bouquet flowers is eventually pipe them onto the top of a cake. We go to lots of things and we've been to lots of weddings, and it was actually my mum had said, do you know, I would just like to go to a wedding that you just can just eat all the cake and you don't have to wait until that like the bride cuts the cake or the kitchen cut the cake or whatever. I just want to go and eat the cake. So that's what I've developed. I'm also aware that after all our lockdown and everything, I think there's going to be loads and loads of parties. And I think everybody's just going to just want to get together and so on. So that's my little options for you. I'm going to put this one over here as well. So excuse the back of my napper a minute. I've already covered some cupcakes. Normally, whoops, goodness, I just knocked it over. Normally what I do is, I think maybe just need to turn this up a wee bit because it looks like I'm a giant. Normally what I do is I cover the cupcake in buttercream because it just gives it a good base for when you're piping the flowers on. So I teach classes. I teach what are they called? Cupcake bouquet classes, and I always start off with the simple stuff. Start off with a blether with everybody, everybody around my table, and start off doing what I always think is the most straightforward for them. Most people can do them. Some people are like, I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm going to start off by piping a rosette for you. Then once I'm done these on the actual cupcakes, I'm then going to do them onto the cake in a little baby size. So I don't know if this is better that you can see it like this. Do you know what? Tilt the camera down a little bit and then we can see it a wee bit better. That's it. That's much better. Everybody okay with that? So I can see loads of people chatting to me. So I just want to say, hi, thanks for being here. Share with your pals. Have a party with me. Okay, so we're going to start off with our rosettes. So basically, a little pile of buttercream in the middle. Squeeze the bag, and really you're letting the nozzle do the work here. Just bring it round. Okay, can you all see that okay? This nozzle that I'm using, if you can see that, it looks like a little star. This is a 1M or a 2D nozzle. Okay, I'll do that one again because this is going to go on our tray. There we go. There we go. Nice and simple. Don't, when you're doing it though, don't try and over pipe it. Otherwise, that's Angela saying hi, Alan. Angela, he says ha ha ha. Yeah, don't try and overpipe it. If you overpipe it, then you're going to end up that it'll be just like a swirl on your cake. But you want to see the definition a little bit more. Hi, Francis.
Billy Curry, hi.
Imagine Billy Curry here. I hope Ellis is here. Billy, let us know. And there's Nia. Let us know if Ellis is here and we'll say, hi Ellis, Auntie Nange is on the telly. So moving on, I don't think you can see these cupcakes behind me, but what I have are a couple of rosettes, some piped roses, and the little piped roses, and some dahlias. So Billy Curry says yes. Hi Ellis! Anyway, so piped roses. What I'll do at the end of this is that I'll give Paul a list of all the nozzles and everything that I've used. I think that's the best idea. So, piped roses, again, most people have a bit of a flaky about this. No flakies involved. So,
Fiona McKinnon
pipe
got
in.
the right time tonight.
Pipe in. Now, when you hold the piping bag, what a lot of my students tend to do is they do that and they stick their fingers in the bag and they end up that the buttercream is all the way up their sleeve. So when you're doing it, try and keep the flat of your hand, like your fingers like that, and you're actually using the heel of your hand to do the squeezy bit. So we're going to put these, we're going to pipe the petals on. So I've done a little pile in the middle. Pipe the petals on by making little sort of rainbow shapes all the way round. Quite small ones, try and keep them quite tight for the middle. Round, keep going.
If you move yourself, it's slightly round.
So Alan's telling me to move.
Right, so if you do
Can you
that...
see that? No, I'm going to fall off my seat. Fall off the seat, for goodness sake.
Hi to Farzana.
Hey Farzana, you alright? You're up next. I'm telling you.
Jackie Harris.
Okay. Hey Jackie. These are all my pals. Thanks for being here, pals.
Denise Howarth. Paul Thomas, all good.
Okay. Piping in like that. So I don't know if you saw earlier that, or the other day, Paul had said that I had newly painted my room. So we've been in this house a year, and this, although we're kind of in the basement here in this room, but we're kind of in the basement, but we're on street level. So I think you can maybe see the window that way. So don't get a fright if you start to see people's feet. Okay, come back. So anyway, as I was painting the room the other night there, you need to stop it. I was cleaning out the corner. I have to tell you, this is a very, very old house, and I am petrified of mice. Absolutely petrifies. I keep thinking that a big moose is going to jump out in front of me. What I'm going to do actually, I'm just going to pipe one of these and carry on with the little ones, because otherwise all you're going to be doing is sitting watching me piping roses. And we've got the cake to do as well, so, and I want to put them on the cake. So what I'm going to do is put these onto my board. Take off the ones that were already made earlier. Chuck them over there. Show you how I'm going to make up the board. Put these in. There we are. That's pretty.
And Annie Jo said that she watched your tutorial and had loads of orders from this.
Oh, amazing! amazing. That's absolutely brilliant. I did see your cakes and they were fab. They were really, really lovely.
There's a very nice lady called Nancy Bradford says hi.
Oh, hi Nancy. So, back to, right, before I tell you the rest of this story, I'm going to move on to the next flower. So, this one is either a dahlia or a chrysanthemum, whatever description you want to do it. And this is using a little smiley face nozzle. So we're starting off with this, making sort of C shapes, not C as in the ocean, but C as in the letter C. Oops, this buttercream's a wee bit cold, so it's sort of ripping.
Your handle.
We're just we're just going to pretend that that's what it's meant to look like. So I'll lift it up. I think you can probably see it better like that. Yep. So a little row of C. I always think these look like wee teeth as I'm going round. So a little row of wee teeth. You just carry on doing loads of little rows of wee teeth. Like that. So back to the room. So done all the main part. It's in the corner. It's about maybe 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And I absolutely freaked out. In the corner of the room, what I thought was a little dead mouse lying, screaming. Got Alan like, there's something dead in the corner. Can you zoom in, she's saying. Will I come closer? How about that? How about that? If I stand up and come closer, does that work for you, Suzanne?
Yes,
Yeah.
it is, yeah.
Right, I'll try that. Let's try that. I normally stand up when I'm working anyway. I kind of feel I'm a wee bit like a newsreader if I'm sitting there like that. So, dead mouse in the corner, screaming. Alan went to investigate while I ran away, and he came back and he said, "Why are you so scared of a little bit of fondant paste, a little bit of sugar paste?" What had happened was there was a black ruffle cake. One of the ruffles had fallen off and had fallen into the corner, and me being so paranoid I thought it was a wee dead moose. So you see that? You see how I'm doing that?
Yeah, that's better.
Oh, Jules, that's so kind. You're so sweet. Jules got Jules onto cake flicks.
Would you share your buttercream recipe, please? I struggle to get the
I
consistency.
can share my buttercream. Wait a minute, just get a wee grass nozzle for the middle of this. Let me just give it a taste. Oh, it's working. My buttercream is what do I do? I do 2 parts of ice and sugar to 1 part of butter. So I'll do if it's 1 block of butter, which is 250 grams, then that means that it's 500 grams of icing sugar. What I do like to do though is put a little bit condensed milk into it because it makes it really, really, really lovely. So as you can see, I've left a wee hole in the middle there. What I'm going to do with that wee hole in the middle is I've got a grass nozzle. It's a wee toty grass nozzle. Okay, I never know which way to put this. Wee tiny grass nozzle, and I've just done a little squidge and pulled it up in the middle. Okay, so round that, I'm then going to just raise up the petals just to go round, just to give it a little bit of height as well. Okay, and you can just see it a little tiny bit in the middle there. So some of these outside petals are not absolutely perfect, but do you know what? I don't think that there are flowers that are proper perfect. So I've just made up this variety of flower. So,
Eddie
head.
Briggs, you can tell about
Eddie's
Eddie and
in
I.
Spain.
Yeah, lockdown.
Oops, a daisy, look what I've just done. I've just squashed it.
About Eddie and I going to the Cake International.
So yeah, so our friend Eddie, I used to be a massage therapist, and Eddie was the man who trained me. He's the osteopath who trained me. So we ended up being really, really good mates. Eddie and his wife Corinne, very good friends of ours. That's been 25 years, I think now. Maybe more than that even, maybe nearer 30 years. Anyway, I developed this interest in making cake. Somebody had asked me to make a wedding cake, and I thought, I'm not really good enough to make a wedding cake. I need to go on a course. So at the time, that's not what I want. At the time, we lived down south near Milton Keynes. So there was Cake International, was on in Birmingham. I'd done a lot of research, and I found out that there was a cake teacher in Scotland that was going to be at Cake International. So I thought, perfect, I need to go and see this guy and have a chat and just see if I can get on a course with him. So this will be, I think, maybe 8 years ago. I always say I've been doing cake for 7, but I think it's 8. So anyway, Eddie was staying with us. I dragged him and Alan along to Cake International, only to their horror to discover that there was no cake involved. It was all cake decorating. Anyway, I did manage to meet Paul. I did go on a course, and here we are. I'm doing a crazy mad Facebook Live now. So what I'm going to do now is, like these little, I love these kind of little wee garden types of cupcakes. So I'm going to show you how to, this is the same nozzle as the big one. So the big rose petal one, this is the same one, but this is obviously a different number, and I think the number is maybe 104. As I say, I will do a list of them, and I can't, yeah. So anyway, I'm going to pipe them on in the wee baby size, and then from that I'm going to move on to doing them on the cake while I've got this nozzle full. So it's the same idea, same thing, piping on. Look, can you see that? Can everybody see this? I'll try and do it sideways. It's just so that you can see the little arcs. So it's like almost like little rainbows that you're piping.
Slower so somebody can see.
Oh, lower, sorry.
Slower.
Slower, right.
Because you're so quick.
Okay, oh, I'm sorry. I'm talking at 1,000,000 miles an hour as well. Okay, is that better? Can you see that better? I do have a tutorial on Cake Flicks where it's not 1,000,000 miles an hour. It's quite civilized actually, and it's worth it. It's a cupcake bouquet tutorial, so that's probably a good idea to like tune in and watch that. I do most of these flowers on it. However, I do think, Mr. Bradford and Mr. Bryce, that we need to update this. And now that we've got our camera business organised, then it looks like a goer that we could maybe do just some updated flowers, because I've sort of moved on a wee bit as well. This buttercream's a wee bit cool as well. I quite like, though, because the buttercream's a wee bit cool, I quite like that the roses look like they've got sort of ripped edges. I think that's quite natural looking. So in with that, I'm going to put a wee yellow one.
Ashwini's watching.
Oh my goodness, I saw Nia was here.
Yeah.
I think we have Meyer here as well, all the way from India.
Lots of people from America.
Lots of people from America. Oh my goodness, how much do we like America? We should have been at SoFlo this week. I should have been demonstrating Artie's sugar paste, flour paste this week. Artie Murgy for sugaring with Lorena and Patty and the sugaring family. But obviously, current climate, we just can't do that. So It's a bit sad, but we'll catch up, I'm sure. So I've got to pipe my wee yellow one back on to this one. And then I'm going to move these over. And I'm going to stick with this nozzle. And I'm going to stick with these wee roses. And I'm going to start putting them onto the cake. And I'll show you where I get my inspiration from where I did get the inspiration from for the bigger cake. Alan and I like our holidays. We do like to travel, and I absolutely love flowers. I take pictures of flowers. I drive them mad. That I'm sure if somebody was to look through my camera reel, they'd be able to guess where I went in the world just by looking at the flowers that are on it. Let's move that one over and get the pink one back so that we're all matchy.
Alex Socko says, which way is the tube used?
Oh, right. So for these, let me just wipe it a second. Oh, goodness me. So I've got the tube for this with the skinny end, the narrow end at the top, and the fatter end at the bottom. It's the same as the big piped rose. So skinny end at the top, so that the fat, so it means that you've got a sharper edge on your petal that way. So I'm putting sorry, I keep lifting my hands up. I'm putting it almost, not quite onto the cake, but almost. I'm just bringing it over into there. Does that make sense now? I hope so. Get this done.
That's it.
And then we've got 20 minutes to 20 minutes to do the cake. Woo!
So just a quick one regarding your 2 parts icing sugar and 1 part butter recipe.
Yep.
Regarding condensed milk, just why do you add a little drop of condensed milk?
The only reason that I add the condensed milk is I love the taste of it, but it makes a really nice, sorry, I've not even told you what I'm doing. I've just piped little leaves on here. I'll show you them again though when we go on to the cake. It's probably a better idea. I've just got a tiny wee leaf nozzle. This one's like a little bird beak. Can you see that? It's like a wee bird beak. If I put it against my shirt, you might see that. And you want to hold it in that position to squeeze in, and when you squeeze it in, pull it up, it gives you a lovely little leaf. And you just keep squeezing around like that. So yeah, condensed milk, that's why I use condensed milk.
And how much?
It makes in a 1 block I've sort of 500 gram of icing sugar, 250 of, I'll put these on there. Okay, I'm going to bring my cake over. In that I probably use about maybe 2 or 3 tablespoons, and it's just really to make it smooth. What you don't want is your loads of bubbles in the buttercream. You want to try and keep the buttercream as smooth as possible. I often, if it's in, I put it in a bowl or I put it in a carton or something when it's ready, and I take my spatula, I've actually not got one on the table here, and I paddle it. So I paddle it into the buttercream, and it takes out the bubbles. You can, when you see your buttercream, you can see that it is kind of bubbly sort of thing. You want rid of them, so that when you're piping, you're not going to have like big bits of air. That's okay. I don't need that. So I'm going to go on to the cake. My sort of inspiration for these cakes really goes to a lot of the Korean Amish, a lot of the Korean what do you call them, bean paste I think it is. The Korean ladies, they just can like pipe stuff. I don't know, they must be born to it. It's amazing. So I really, really love the way they do them. But I also love sort of like Monet paintings and any kind of sort of, I go on Pinterest, I have a wee look. This kind of idea, I really, really like this kind of idea. I just think it just makes the cake look dead happy. So I'm going to pipe you a happy cake. So with the cake, this is the top layer of the cake. I've done I will put it on the cake when we're done. I've done a 4-layer cake, and this is the top layer. And as you can see, all I've done is, just so that I was ready, is I've just kind of just smeared on a bit of the blue buttercream in the middle. I've not really, I've not smoothed it out. That's entirely up to you. I like it to look a bit natural, a bit rustic, a bit like, whoopsie daisy, these kind of paintings as the idea anyway. Obviously I couldn't do that, but...
So Denise Howard says, I'm always putting off trying condensed milk because I think once I open a tin, I'll waste most of it.
No, she'll just eat it. Just get a spoon and eat it.
Or make tablet.
Make tablet, yeah, that's a whole other one. So when I'm doing the cake, I like to, I don't just want to pipe the flowers all in a circle. I want them to be a bit random, a bit kind of natural looking. But I tend to try and look at it as if it's, I'll just use that, as if it's 3 peaks like that and like that. So I've kind of sectioned it up. And the only reason is when you cut it, it means, can you see that? So I've just kind of divided it up a little bit like that. There's my niece. Oh, hello, darling. I've not seen you for ages. We're going to have a party. So I've divided my cake up. Do that by eye. You don't really want to. Yes, Jackie, it's a star. It's no 3 peaks, it's a star. The reason is I want to do 3 roses, and then fill in all the other blanks in between. So we're back to using this little rose nozzle, this little piped rose nozzle. I think it's a 104, I think the bigger ones maybe, one's 103 and one's 104, but I can't actually remember which is which. So I'm going to try and do this and hold the cake. I have stuck it down underneath with a bit of buttercream just so that it doesn't come flying away, but who knows. So I'm going to start off in this corner, pipe my rose. Oops, it's looking a bit rough. This is a rose that somebody sat on, I think.
So Candy Patterson had said, what is making tablet?
Oh.
And I can see that Jackie Adams has replied, it's ironic her name's Candy. Jackie's replied saying, it's like fudge but harder.
That's exactly what it's like.
So it's a like Scottish delicacy. Very
sugary fudge type of idea, is it?
Yeah, but it's melt your mouth.
It's taken a bit further than fudge in the cooking process. And again, Paul's got a tutorial making tablet. Yep. On Cake Flicks.
Yeah, Dina's Schroff.
This is shuffling all over the place in my hands. That's it now. Okay, as you can see, same little wee archways. If our kids are watching any of this, they'll be absolutely howling laughing. Me talking about Monet paintings. We like our holidays and so on. Quite a few years ago, when the kids were maybe, I don't know, 17 and 19 or something, we dragged them off to a house in France. And the weather was absolutely horrible and they were proper moaning. And we'd used all the board games, we had done everything, and they were still like, oh mum, what was I to do? Dad, come on. So in my wisdom, I realised I'm changing to the yellow now. So I've got pink, I'm changing to the yellow, and then I'm going to do some other fill-in flowers. So let's put this one, let's put it in here. So we can have a wee rose garden in here. So in my wisdom, I realised that we were quite near to Giverny, where Moni's gardens are. And I was beside myself, absolutely beside myself, because I've always wanted to go, and I was like, we must do it, we must do it. So convinced everybody that this is what we were going to do. Everybody got ready reluctantly, dragged them all out and so on. So we're in the car going there, and I'm always chief navigator in the car, and we're driving down, and it just so happened that I had a map, like a sort of wee brochure thing, tell me about the gardens, and I'm looking at the pictures and so on and so forth. And I turned round to them and I said, guys, what day is this? Wednesday. Why? Don't know how to tell you, but the gardens are shut. So the gardens were closed on the Wednesday. We drove all the way down there, and honestly I was banging on the gates like, please let me in, but no, they were closed. So we ended up driving another 40 minutes to Paris. I had a day in Paris, parked the car in an underground car park near the Louvre, I think. No, it was near the Arc de Triomphe. I went back to get the car and the car park was closed. So we were in a proper panic. Sorry, excuse me standing up. So what I'm gonna do in here, sorry, I'm still yapping, is I've got a larger green piping tip.
Number.
So not a larger green piping tip. I've got a larger green leaf nozzle, and in the bag I've put a couple of different colours of green, and I've added in a little bit of just a sort of bit of purpley colour into it, just to give it a bit of like a bit change. So we're going to fill in this leaf tip is slightly different. I don't know if you can see this better. If I lift this up like this and pipe it back to front, can you see how that one goes? So I'm just going to go a bit random, put leaves on, pop some in between my flowers. It's difficult trying to hold it and do it.
Put it down now.
No, it's okay.
So there's a guy called Malcolm Thompson. Says
Oh.
looking yummy, Angela.
Oh, that's good. I hope he's got some nice easy. Malcolm Thompson is on, and Malcolm Thompson is one of our pals from the pub that we go to, the Village Inn.
Occasionally.
And we have, because of the lockdown, we've been having a little bit of a pub quiz. Tonight is the night. Alan and I are supposed to be doing questions on nature. No idea if Alan's got them organised, because I've been doing this all day. So, see what I've done? I've just kind of like blobbed in the leaves. It will all come together, I promise.
I'm sure that's what Moni would have done.
I'm sure Moni would have done that. Moni's one of these painters. It's brilliant. This is why I like it, because you can just actually, here's my face. Sorry, Danielle's asking, where's my face? Here's my face. Yeah, with Moni paintings, it's one of these that, like, if you screw up your eyes, then it looks amazing. So I'm going back to doing the Dahlia chrysanthemum, and I'm going to pipe some of these in here. When you look at flowers, they're either round ones, or jabby ones, or flat ones. So this is what we're really aiming for. Some jabby ones, Get a bit of texture in. I'll maybe put one in here.
We shout out to Jane Taylor.
Oh my goodness. Pressure's on. The most amazing Jane Taylor is watching. If anybody has seen Jane's cupcake bouquets. Oh my goodness. And this is how we met. Jane, I saw Julie was there earlier too. Jane, Julie and I. Elaine Philp was there. Keely. A whole bunch of us all met through doing buttercream flowers. Alan, where's my fry up? We had a great weekend at ours. A few of the girls came
come and
up.
visit our new house.
Yeah, you
Our
need
new
to.
old house.
You need to come on the mouse hunt. Make sure that there's no any mices coming to get me. Is this making sense how it's, whoopsie-daisy, coming together?
So, and Laura Berg has asked, Miss Angela, sorry to ask if it's already been asked, but do you have a website or a Facebook page?
Yes, Laura Berg, I certainly do. My Facebook page is www.facebook.com/angelicakes.co.uk. I'm going to put a little bit of grass nozzle in the middle of these. Oops, missed that one. Okay, and then I'm going to bring in...
Keely says we need to visit again.
Keely, you definitely do need to visit again. Everybody's got to come and visit. So this is our party tonight. So, right. I'm back to this V104 nozzle again. Here's my camera. I'm back to doing that. But what I'm going to do is pipe it like a little kind of blossom. Again, just to give a bit of a change. So with this one, you're holding still the narrow end to the top, to the edge of your flower, and the fatter end is nearer your cake. You've just properly moved that right to the side. Not that way. That's it. So I'm going to pipe it, and I'm just going to do it like a leaf. And bring that up and round. You can make these flowers are obviously French because I don't know the name of them. Or they're Scottish. These are Scottish flowers, so you can call them what you like.
So there's somebody called Beans J. Where are your classes held, please? Love your work. Right, the answer is from Aberdeen to Australia.
Nice. Yeah, yeah. My classes have been kind of all over the place. Generally, my classes are here in Scotland in my house, but I did do a class in Australia, and the Bake Boss at Jandakot when we were there we went at the Bake Boss on holiday. We were in Australia on holiday. And I ended up doing a class with Joe and Casey. So I'm happy to travel to do a class or 5. But mainly they are in Scotland, at home in Scotland. Can you see how these wee flowers are going? I'm quite liking them actually. I'm just giving them a wee bit of a, as I would say, a shugle. But you might not know what a shugle is.
So
Louise
Byrne was saying I was planning on popping in when we went to the Fringe Festival, but that ain't going to happen.
No.
TV face.
I know. We had so many plans and whatever, but you know what? We'll all, what's it your dad used to say?
The sun will shine,
the sun will shine again.
Another day.
Yeah. Right, back to my lighter green, just to pop some leaves in here.
Tracy McCann says, where in Scotland?
Where in Scotland?
Tracy.
I was going to say currently, but I think I'll be here for a long time. We're in a little village called Milnathort, which is in Kinrossshire. So we're about 20 minutes north of Edinburgh, near Perth. that makes any sense at all. So in January we went from Perth, Scotland to Perth, Australia. Alan did delight in telling everybody that's what we'd done. Everybody we met. We've come from Perth, Scotland to Perth, Australia. Right, what else do I need in there? Maybe we need another wee bit of pink something. Oh, here's a lilac one. Let's do this. I've got another, this is a slightly bendy nozzle this time. It's a petal as well. And, oh my god, these are nice. These just make wee teeny weeny petals. I'm going to put them on the cake in a wee minute. I'm going to put this top tier onto this cake. I'm hoping that our neighbours are maybe watching, because these girls are going to get a big slab of cake for their supper. Wait till you see it though, it's so exciting. I'll pop a few in there.
Are you going to add a sunflower or?
I'll see, we've kind of got 5 minutes, so.
Or so.
Yeah. I'll see if we've got time, if I can do these. Pop them in. Did you see Nicholas Lodge's wisteria? Oh my goodness. How just amazing were they? Right, I'm not going to do any more of these because it's gone a bit, we've gone a bit wild. So.
Hang on. Billy Curry says he loves your lady garden.
Billy Curry's just far too cheeky. Right, I'm going to bring over my cake. If you, well, just slide that one out the road. Hang on. Oh. Look at the cake! So I just have to tell you that I am going to be 60 in September, and my niece Danielle, who is watching, hold on, stay there, I'm just going to grab a spatula. A palette knife. Sorry. So Danielle, who is watching us right now, and Alan, who is over there behind the camera, are making my birthday cake. So I hope you're paying well good attention, lovely. So here's the top tier of our cake. Alan, you need to put it up a bit so that we can see. Okay, how about that? Look at that! So also what I'm going to do with this, oh I never brought my knife over, is get my my leaf nozzle back down, just so I'm going to do some kind of drippy bits down the side. In like that. There. I probably wouldn't do this cake and fill it with strawberries, but I just thought, you know what? That looks a big, nice, summery cake for us.
So Valerie Coatsworth has asked, if you got time, could you show how to pipe the little blue flower again, please?
I certainly shall. Do you know what I'll do right now? Is if I just get this here. What I'll do right here, Valerie, is put this here and pipe the flower onto it. All I'm doing is squeezing and making it like a little leaf. Just squeezing, give it a ruffle, a little shake. This is a bigger one than the little blue one, but maybe help you to see it. In like that. And then you can put something pretty in the middle. Not that, because that's not that pretty. Just put the wee stars in the middle. Okay, does that help you? I hope that's alright. I'm just going to put a few little of these on as well. And also I just want to finish this off by, homage to the wisteria. I'm trying to grow wisteria. So I'm just going to do that. Oops, and just put almost like just little, like, do you see how these wee sort of bud type things are going? Almost like question marks.
So Tanya Louise de Barros, do you ever use a flower nail to do your flowers and then pop them on your cakes?
I often do use a flower nail, and I have a flower nail right here that I did. Thank you for reminding me. I did intend to show you. If I'm doing bigger flowers that are not going to just go straight on the cake, then I'll pipe them. So I've got the flower nail here, and I've put a little bit of parchment paper, baking paper, and I've piped a little rose onto it. This works really well if you want to do a big flower, and because what you can do is pipe them. There we are. So that's it on your nail. Take it off, and then you can lay it down to sort of dry. They do actually go in the freezer. I've seen if I've done a big one, then I'll put it in the freezer just to firm it all up. So I don't think I'm going to do much more to this cake. I think you've kind of got the idea of it. But what I am going to do before we go is we're going to clear up this mess a wee bit, and I'm going to put our little party table together. Give me 2 seconds. Clear the rubbishy bit away. Pop this up here like that. Out my road. Right. Because I've got something as well. Just put these. Let's put them in there. Out my road. There we are. So I hope you've all been watching everything all day today. What are these people like today? Or every day? This is week 4. How much talent can there actually be in cake business? It's insane. Absolutely amazing. Sorry, I'm running around now. So what we're going to do is a wee bit magic now. Okay. Can you? Oh, I'll do that. It's all right. Remind me not to sit back. Just put this up here. I'll use it on that board as well. So there's our centerpiece. We can add a little banner to this. We can add a banner to the front of it, just to say. Let's glue this on. Put my banner on there and bring it up here. Don't know if you can see that, but it says "Stay home and bake cakes." Okay, that you would actually put, like, you wouldn't always do that for if you were having a party, obviously. We'll put that one here.
Francis McCarthy says your dog is so cute, peeking out wondering what's going on.
I know. Okay, so this is our little party table. I think you can bring it up. Can you bring it back so that everybody can see the table? Can you go back a bit? Back a bit. Back a bit.
I'm just trying to do that without... Right.
Okay. Right. So now we can't see anything. If you can turn it slightly that way, Alan.
What, that way?
Yep, that's it. Can you see our party table? No, you can't, because you're holding it far too far up now. That's it. So we've got our little... These are just done in sugar paste, but you could pipe that on in buttercream. So we've got all of that. I'm going to grab a knife. So I'm going to cut this cake so you can see how yummy it is. I forgot this one as well. And we've got the bouquet for the party as well. And then, this is the exciting bit of this. Cut through. Let's just take that back off so I can cut through it. Woohoo! Oops. Oops. I'm not going to cut it into all the portions because I've got a feeling that it's going to go flying. But look, if we just open it out a bit. Come on. Can you see the strawberries? There you go. How nice will that be? We're going to have it. But before we have it, we've got one thing. Just one thing I've got to do before I disappear. Just one. I'm going to open this since it's a party. Just to celebrate. This is my first Facebook Live. And I hope to come back again. Come and see you all. I hope I've not driven you all mental. And you will come and visit us. Visit us, come. Come, Alan makes a really decent breakfast. Yep, come and visit us. Visit my page. I will, oops, here's a dog. Oh, I have to say, once I open the champagne, George is going to go nuts because he likes to play with the cork. That's that. Look at this. You can have that. Okay. I normally don't have the dogs in the studio. But it's a party, so they're at the party. So, here we go. One for you.
Why, thank you.
One for me. And cheers to all of you. Thanks for being here. Stay safe, stay home, make lots of cakes, be in touch with us. Keep watching all the amazing videos.
And we'll answer the questions.
And I will go back. I will go back and answer your questions. It's difficult to see everything while you're doing it and trying to remember what you're saying and your wee stories and so on and so forth. But I promise I will come back to you. Cheers! Thank you!